For years, the open-world formula relied on sheer landmass. You drop into a massive map, like the brown, washed-out desert sprawl surrounding Los Santos, and spend 10 minutes just driving across empty highways. Yet every time a new game drops, the community's first question is always the same. Is the map bigger? Chasing a massive geographic footprint creates a glaring problem. You end up with miles of dead zones, long stretches of terrain where absolutely nothing happens, acting as little more than a commute between the actual points of interest. So naturally, when Rockstar announced a return to Vice City, players immediately wanted to know the square mileage of the new map. While the borders have expanded, the real innovation lies within the limits. We're looking at a deeply saturated, hyper-dense environment where the sky shifts in intense pinks and purples, and the city streets feel like they're breathing. Raw geographic scale doesn't keep a world alive for a decade. A map only matters if it's packed with an independent culture that operates whether you're there or not. Take the downtown core. Most open-world games give you a skyline of tall, generic glass boxes that you drive past and can never enter. Vice City replaces those empty facades with actual civic infrastructure. This image highlights the Sahara Arena sitting right on the water. It's the home of the local basketball team, and a clear nod to the real-world Miami Heat Stadium. Right next door, they've built out a massive performing arts complex, complete with a symphony hall and a ballet opera house. Rockstar is utilizing highly specific micro-identities to give individual city blocks their own unique cultural footprint. Look at La Perle. You've got highway overpasses supported by columns covered in dense graffiti, shading vibrant Caribbean-style storefronts. The grills, the jewelry, the street art, it all points to a cohesive neighborhood deeply inspired by Miami's real-life Little Haiti. Compare that to the Stockyard district. This is an industrial area taken over by car culture and street art, pulling straight from Miami's Wynwood. It's packed with lowriders, chrome rims, and highly detailed local businesses like the Electric Fang Tattoo Parlor, which features dozens of designs from real-world artists. When a developer takes the time to build a symphony hall and populate individual art districts with specific car scenes, they are building a world that doesn't rely on pulling a trigger to be interesting. In the past, Rockstar mastered the asphalt and the sky, but the oceans and rivers, those were mostly empty buffer zones you occasionally flew over to get to the next mission. Now, the coastline is a primary focus. The beaches are packed with dense crowds, lifeguards, and jet skis, all backed up against super neon Art Deco hotels sitting right on the sand. This map illustrates Vice City's layout. The urban core is bisected by a massive waterway, splitting the downtown mainland from the coastal beaches. Zooming out south, that aquatic footprint expands into the surrounding region, mapping a massive maritime logistics zone and island keys. This image captures the sheer scale of that logistics network. The port is stuffed with cargo containers, heavy cranes, and towering cruise ships, accurately mirroring Miami's status as the cruise capital of the world. Populating the coastline and waterways turns what was once an empty boundary into an active, functional part of the playable map. All of this legitimate civilian infrastructure, the arenas, the nightlife, the bustling ports, acts as the perfect camouflage for an entirely different economy operating underneath. Take a location like the Jack of Hearts strip club. On the surface, it's run by a character named Booby Ike, a guy managing local nightlife and a recording studio. Below the surface, those neon lights serve as a clean front for a sprawling criminal network. Then you have groups like the PTT Youngins, operating in the grittier inland areas. They run premium hydroponic grow houses hidden deep inside heavily guarded residential compounds. Rockstar's decision to label this gang as socially active is a fascinating detail. While yet to be confirmed, the heavy presence of influencers in the game's marketing suggests players might find lead generation missions by tracking flashy meta-tag tags on the in-game social feed. Even the high-end beach real estate is wired into this underworld. Buy an oceanfront property, and it comes fully equipped with a heavy weapon locker and a direct drop-off point for a local fence. This diagram outlines exactly how those two layers are interlocked. Every bright, legitimate civic node on the surface is tethered directly to a dark, illicit operation hiding in its shadow. This level of micro-density creates a layered, self-sustaining metropolis built to sustain an active player base for the next decade.